Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek.
Shook Ones, just to be $2. He says people are getting charged by Amazon for their PS5s. Really? Interesting. I'll double check. I don't think I got anything yet. Then again, I have it linked to my bank account to pay, so I wouldn't know right away. It's not like it would go for my PayPal account or anything. I don't see anything yet. But anyway, yeah, Shook One says he got charged by Amazon for his PS5. Tons of people on Twitter and Reddit have been charged. Either in a couple minutes or maybe in the morning I'll be charged. Interesting. All right, I'll have to give it a look. I'll keep an eye on it. What happened was I got that tip from Shook Ones. All right. And the tip said people are getting charged by Amazon for their PS5s. All right. So I said, okay, I'll check it. And all I do is I went to my Amazon account. All right. And I refreshed the page, which it said, still says arriving Thursday. It doesn't say anything about if I've gotten charged for it or not. I guess I don't know how I would even check that, honestly. No, nothing happened with the PS5 right now. I checked, and so far, nothing, no updates or anything on the status. So I'll just keep checking tonight. I don't know if maybe they actually charged me for it now. I don't know how it works to check on that. No, nothing happened with the PS5 right now. I checked, and so far, nothing, no updates or anything on the status. So I'll just keep checking tonight. I don't know if maybe they actually charged me for it now. I don't know how it works to check on that. I'm probably not getting my PlayStation 5 till Monday now, it looks like. And I didn't, again, all I wanted to do was make sure that the payment was correct. And I was like, I want it to definitely bill to my debit card, not to my PayPal card, because there's no money in my PayPal account. I want to make sure that they don't bounce it and say, there's no money, so they're not going to do it now. So I guess there's nothing I can do. Isn't that nice? Well, anyway, I've got it in. I've got the correct payment information in there now. So when it does charge, it should be fine. But I don't know when it's coming now. According to this, it's arriving Monday. Well, what can you do, right? Alrighty, good morning, everybody. Good morning. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing alright. Hope you're doing better than me. I pre-ordered the PlayStation 5 along with many of you on a stream on September 16th, 2020. We were playing Batman Arkham City, on that late stream. And as we were playing it, I was provided with a link, which people were saying, this is the link to pre-order PS5, go, go, go. So we all did it. When this happened, I had all of my default Amazon stuff set up, my default payment method, my everything set to defaults, okay? My default payment method for Amazon was my PayPal debit card. Last month, I started getting systematically hit with chargeback after chargeback after chargeback against my PayPal account. This screws up my PayPal account. It makes it so that sometimes I'm constantly in the red. It makes it that there's all kinds of disputes that are locked up. And essentially, it makes that PayPal account unusable. All right? It makes it that this thing is completely screwed up for a long time. So what I ended up doing in the last month is I stopped using that PayPal account to pay for stuff. If I did get any funds that were in it, I would transfer them to my bank account. And I started using my bank account to pay for everything. I've been checking my PlayStation 5 pre-order daily. A daily basis, I've been checking this thing, okay, to make sure that it's in there, it's secured, it's locked, it's working. I want to be sure that I'm going to get this thing on delivery day, Okay? And, you know, everything showing in the system was saying, yes, it's still there. Everything's fine. You know what I mean? I had the money for the PlayStation 5 in September, ready to go. And I fucking really wish that Amazon had charged me for this in September. But they didn't. A lot of other people did get charged in September from other businesses, whether it's Best Buy, Target, Walmart, GameStop. They got charged, and therefore their PlayStation 5 orders are basically kind of locked in. That didn't happen to me. Okay? My PS5 pre-order was locked and supposedly was going to work. All right? Last night, I'm sitting here on stream, and people say, hey, Phil, our Amazon pre-orders are starting to be billed now. Like, we're actually getting charged for the PlayStation 5. Can you check and see if yours is? Okay? I'm like, oh! All right, let me go check. So I looked and checked, and I had not been billed yet. So I was like, okay, I'm not billed yet. Fair enough. But I checked, and when I checked, I wanted to double check everything. I wanted to make sure this order was good to go. That the shipping method was still marked as 2-day shipping, or, you know, as quickly shipping method. And when I looked at that, I said, oh, wow, wait a minute. It was kind of a revelation. I was like, the billing method that I've got to pay for this PlayStation 5 is my PayPal debit card. So I checked this last night, and I was like, oh, crap. This is wrong. You know what I mean? This is not good. I need to change this because it says the PayPal debit card, and there is not enough money in my PayPal account to pay for the PlayStation 5. I have to update this immediately. And when I did that, absolutely nothing happened at all to my 3D Pulse headset order. It still says arriving tomorrow by 10 p.m. It'll be processed and shipped, and everything's fine. Okay? So then I do it for the PlayStation 5, and it says, your PlayStation 5 order is now going to arrive on Monday. What? What? Wait, what? Now let's think about this. Okay? I didn't cancel my order. I didn't change the shipment method of my order. I just changed the payment method of my order. And it says now it's no longer coming on Thursday, it's coming on Monday. What? And here's the real question. Why did it change it only for the PlayStation 5 and not for the Pulse headset? I did the same thing for both items. Right? I did. Overnight, people have told me, Phil, guess what? I'm someone, you know, Sir Spartan King's one of them, and Turtle Dude is one of them. They said, we're people who actually pre-ordered our PlayStation 5s, and we ordered them the same time you did, via your stream. We all collectively clicked on the same link on that Batman Arkham City stream, and we all pre-ordered at exactly the same time. They've told me they have now been billed, charged for the PlayStation 5, and in the system, it's showing that their consoles either are preparing for shipment or already have shipped or have a shipping label generated. They're good to go. They're getting theirs tomorrow. Okay? I wake up this morning, I check, nothing's updated. It still says I'm getting the PlayStation 5 on Monday. So I go crazy trying to find a way to contact Amazon customer service. Everything on their website is automated. Talk to a bot. The bot won't help you. All the bot will do is cancel your order. That's it. I can't even find a method by which to contact them. Shout out to the person who this morning actually provided me with the link that you can click on. And that link allowed me to contact Amazon via phone. I was outright told on the phone, we don't legally guarantee you anything until your order charges. Once your order charges, now you have a guaranteed delivery date. And if we don't live up to that, then we're basically liable for compensation. So their actual process is a lie. They don't have any pre-order guarantee at all. They just say, oh, well, that's just an estimate, and therefore we're not actually legally liable on anything because it was just an estimate to begin with. And I said, well, is there a way that you could force the order? Could you actually charge me now for the order? And maybe that would do something in your system and kick it to the shipment team, and they would prepare the shipment and everything. Okay? Excuse me. So they looked into that. They put me on hold for a very long time. They came back and said, we spoke with our card processing team. The answer is no. They can't do that. So they couldn't help me in that regard. And I said, well, then what do I do next? I need to know when I'm getting my PlayStation 5. So the guy said, I'm going to transfer you to a supervisor because a supervisor either has the ability to actually see stock and maybe see if you're actually going to get it or not, or they may be able to further compensate you. Okay? All right, fine. So I get transferred to a supervisor. All right. And I talk to a supervisor and we have a very lengthy conversation. All right. They were like, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do to help you, but we're hoping that it will still process either today or tomorrow and you'll get it on Thursday. If not, according to our system, you should get it on Monday. All right. I explained to them the situation. I said, you have to understand, I'm a live streamer and I am now going to potentially lose out on an entire weekend of coverage of the PlayStation 5. People are telling me that if I don't cover it on launch day, they're going to go elsewhere to watch other people cover it. That is a giant blow for my business. We're talking potentially losing thousands of views and potentially losing lots of money. All right, just being honest. You guys were geared up and ready to watch me cover the launch of the PlayStation 5. And this is now potentially going to hurt my business in a very, very big way. Because people are now going to say, well, if Phil doesn't get this on launch day, I'm going to go watch someone else, right? Let's be honest here. That's what people told me that outright in the chat yesterday, overnight on Twitter. They're saying, that's what I'm going to do, Phil. Sorry, I was going to support you, but since you can't get it on launch day, I'm just going to go somewhere else. That's not good. That's not my fault that this is happening, and now my business is being negatively affected. So, after explaining the situation to Amazon, first they tried to weasel out of it. I'm be honest here, they did. They tried to weasel out of it, and they're like, yeah, but you got to understand as a customer that we don't promise a release date. I said, I don't care. I don't care what you promise or what you don't. Your system is what screwed up here, not me. I did not authorize that you bump my pre-order just because I changed my payment method. I mean, that doesn't even make sense. I had an outdated payment method in the system. I want to be sure my order processes properly. So I give you correct information to bill me and you punish me for it. That is not the way to treat a customer, especially someone like me who's been a long-time Amazon Prime customer, someone who relies on Amazon to give accurate delivery on items for my business all the time. And I have to now go, and I explained this to them. I said, I have to now go on stream today. And I have to explain to my audience of hundreds of people, and of course, once this pre-stream gets ripped and posted all over the internet, thousands of people will hear about it. They're going to want to know what happened. Why didn't I get my PS5? I need to know what to tell them, and I need to have a resolution. Not that you guys just blow it off, because that's going to make you look bad. So, the guy basically said, all right, I'm going to give you some Amazon credit. And he did. It's not a lot. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's not a lot. He gave me some Amazon credit. And I said, well, thank you. At least I appreciate that. Because at least that means you're doing what you can within your power as a customer service supervisor to try to help. I'm hoping that that turns out the best, And here's the problem is it might not. Tomorrow, I might get no update at all. And I even said to them, I said, tomorrow, if I don't get an update, if this thing doesn't process, doesn't charge my payment, what do I do? And they said, there's nothing we can do. If you call us, we can't help you. We're at the limitations of our system just like you. It sucks that this happened. We're compensating you with a little bit of Amazon credit to say sorry, but there's nothing else we can do. So, I'm screwed. Basically, here's the situation. There's no guarantee if I'm getting my PlayStation 5 tomorrow or not. I'm going to go as far as say I'm not. I can't imagine a system that is saying I'm getting this on Monday is going to update and say that I'm getting it tomorrow. I just don't believe that. I'm stressed out to the max at this point. I'm serious, I am. This is basically next to worst case scenario. Next to worst case scenario. It's not worst case scenario, but it's next to worst case scenario. Where I went out of my way 2 months ago to pre-order this thing as soon as I could. I had it locked in for months. And because of the way the Amazon system works, that does not logically make sense. And it certainly does not benefit a customer in any way, shape, or form. I got screwed over. Because of the amazing amount of chargebacks that I got screwed over. And of course, the know-it-alls in stream chat are suggesting things that don't work. So, one of the suggestions here is you could have just transferred money from your bank account to your PayPal account. And then it would have been fine. All right, well, there's two things I have to say to that. First of all, that's wrong. You can't just do that. Can you transfer money from a bank account to a PayPal account? Yes. And you do it with your bank account, and it takes about 4 to 5 days. I know because I've done it in the last month. As I've told you guys, my PayPal account was screwed over and in the red, and I had to actually transfer money from my bank account to my PayPal account. I tried to use my debit card, which should be instant transfer, and guess what? it doesn't work. If you try to use a debit card to transfer money from your bank account to your PayPal account, it says there's a limit on what you can do. And for example, on my account was, I'm not exaggerating, over $1,000 in the red, my PayPal account. I tried to transfer money from my debit card, and it would only allow me to transfer like 200. That was it. It wouldn't actually let me get my account back into the black for some reason. I don't know what the reason is, but there's a limitation on what they allow. So then I had to tell my bank account, manually transfer through a bank transfer to the PayPal account, and it took 6 days because it's supposed to be 3 to 5 business days. They don't include weekends, so it takes 6 days to transfer. So there was no way, all right? There was absolutely no way to get that transferred over. I looked into it. I've tried it over the last month. It doesn't work. You may think so. You're wrong. I know, because I didn't want my PayPal account sitting in the red for 7 days, and it has been, or was, because I couldn't get my money to transfer any faster. There's just no way to do it. Okay? So I absolutely had to change the payment method. There was no way to do this any different. Okay? Anyone in the stream chat saying otherwise, you're wrong. I don't care about your particular situation where you probably transferred over $10 and it worked. It doesn't work like that for big amounts. So you're wrong, and I don't want to hear anyone otherwise. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Why did I have to change my payment method? Well, I explained that to you right now in this pre-stream. Because a malicious piece of garbage fucked me over the last 2 months with a ridiculous amount of fake tips using stolen credit cards, and decided to then charge them all, well, didn't decide to charge them all back, but knew they would all be charged back. All right? That's what happened. If it weren't for this person breaking the law, the amount of times they did, and I'm talking, this is probably about 100 times, 100 fake tips I received over the course of about a month and a half to 2 months, with stolen credit cards, none of this would have happened. The payment method still would have been all right. The order would have been processed fine, and I would have had my PlayStation 5 tomorrow. The only reason I had to change my payment method was because that person broke the law to send me fake tips with stolen credit card over the past 2 months. That is the root cause analysis. All right? I get fucked because people think it's okay to fuck with me over the internet. And ladies and gentlemen, I've had it. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be very honest and transparent with all of you right now. I am overwhelmed at this point. Okay? I am. Last night, I felt incredibly depressed because I said it happened again. It's another situation where my life, my business is being massively negatively affected by people who I don't know, by people who I don't understand why they hate me, why people want to hurt me on a daily basis. This goes beyond, oh, I want to troll Phil by making a video making fun of him. This is actual calculated malice. This is a targeted attack against myself, my business, my livelihood. Because I cannot cover the PlayStation 5 at launch, I am going to lose a lot of revenue that I should have earned this weekend. And now I don't even know if I'm getting the PlayStation 5. This is like, it's just, it keeps happening. It keeps piling. It keeps compiling over and over. And it's like, whenever I feel like I've gotten past the one hurdle, here comes the next. The next person who for some reason hates me and wants to actually concretely destroy my life. No way I could have fixed this. There was no way to fix the situation because this is directly created by someone who hurt me concretely over the last few months with these false tips and chargebacks, committing fraud after fraud, basically racking up crime after crime. This sucks. So now my business is massively negatively affected this weekend because I'm not getting my PlayStation 5 on launch day like I should have. I'm being punished for doing nothing because someone out there hates me and has actively tried to ruin my life.